Welcome to Planet Pluto Shooter.
Bravo, bravo, whoop, whoop, tango, 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 hey, what's happening, blacks? Y'all know who it is, right? It's me, your homegirl, Linger, that's right, Linger, Morrow, coming to you live and direct from, it's a little chilly, Cleveland, Ohio, and then right over there, y'all know who it is, right? It's the one and only, my PNC, my BMF, Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle. And when I tell y'all, I know y'all like every time you go live on your podcast, you say the same thing. This podcast is gonna be cold-blooded with your old butt. Because you know, Cheryl, when you say cold-blooded, you know you old, right?
Cold.
How many people in the chat know what cold-blooded is? If you know what cold-blooded is, you know, just drop I do in the chat. What's going on? What's happening? Y'all come on through, get in the building, because we have a wonderful. What's up, Jody? I see you. Instagram. Let me tell you now. Instagram is not messing around. Last week, I'm sorry, Monday, Instagram was in this chat like blah, blah, blah. So what's happening? Instagram, good evening, Facebook. And then of course, YouTube, we're always excited that my homegirl LB is in the chat cooking dinner. I had me a piece of raisin bread before we went live. So that was my dinner. It was a little bit of raisin bread, but anywho, I think we are 100 and I think we're 70 something episodes in.
Yeah, you got to go back in there and count them.
Yeah, I think we are. Hold on, I got it. Hold on. Let me see right quick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is 107. I always get the numbers kind of mixed up. So right here on Planet Pluto Pseudo, we are 107 episodes in. And tonight we're talking about is your feed. That's right. Your social media feed. Is that confusing your hair? You know, a lot of times we look on social media. We're trying to get some advice about our hair, and our well-being, because it's not oftentimes that we don't do both. And when you work in the beauty industry, we're doing both because we need our mental health and then we need our aesthetics together. But sometimes when we look on social media, we come up with the craziest shit, you know, like that ain't what I was looking for. Or you go off to that little click on the side and you start shopping online and, you know, all that stuff you wasn't trying to do. So tonight we have a special guest, Miss Tameil McKee Bay. And listen, I tried to speak her spiel in like one sentence. You know what I did? I just wrote it down. I said I ain't about to try to remember all this fancy stuff, because this young lady, when I tell y'all she got it going on now, don't try to compare me to her and all that. I ain't got nothing to do with all that goodness she's got going on. But if you're interested in taking your career to another level and your personal life to another level in the industry, then tonight, I promise you are going to, excuse me, truly appreciate the passion and the expertise of Miss Tameil McKee Bay. So we're going to be bringing her in a moment. But Cheryl, what's happening in San Diego? Y'all, what's up with that handsome Gavin? What y'all doing? I know y'all to tank Target. Target still taking. Target, like we just Target. I don't know.
I told y'all. Y'all gave retail crap. It's crap. They ain't letting it go.
Well, yeah, so Target's still dropping. They may not be letting go of them hair products, but they might have to let some of them stores go. I don't know. They're still not doing good.
Well, that's right. Okay. So they're trying to shut Yeah.
They're still, I don't know. I've been following it because I don't know. Are you guys getting messages from like your clergy telling you, don't waste your money this shopping season? So this is our way. This is our protest. Is
This is our time.
yeah, like don't waste your money with people who don't care about you. So businesses and entities who are not interested in serving your best interest. Everybody, like I said, the clergy, hairstylists, everybody's like, don't y'all waste your money. So be on the lookout for don't waste your money. But we do have some really good news when it comes to hair. Because I scroll and yeah. So now remember, you guys might remember this young lady.
Yes.
This is Avon Dugas, I'm sorry. And she's been like the 3-time world's
Guinness.
biggest Afro for like the past like 13 years. All right.
Yes.
Well, guess what?
She's
had
been
a young
dethroned.
girl from New York City. Oh, she's been dethroned. Yeah, that's right. She's been dethroned. Yeah. She's been dethroned. And so by a young lady, her name is Jessica Martinez, and her afro is actually over 6 feet tall. So she won, and so now she holds the Guinness book of world record of the largest afro. And so that's coming out of New York, young girl. And she said, you know what, to be honest, she said that she had been watching Avon for it's a wonderful article. And she decided that as a little girl, I'm gonna get my afro bigger than hers. Now, I'm sure our guest tonight, Tameil McKee Bay, is going to talk about the power of writing and thought. So this young girl says she been wanting this, and so she made it happen. So there they are holding the crown. So she will now go in the Guinness Book of the world's biggest afro. Young girl had her passion, and so that's how it's going down. So that was some pretty good news there. Yeah, that was some good news. And then just so that, I don't know if y'all, so they still trying to, that administration is still trying to tank, higher learning with this anti-DEI. And so these are the types of things, again, that Miss Tameil is going to be able to help us with. How are we going to navigate? Because this particular podcast, in case you're new and you're like, who are these two cute girls? Me and Cheryl like, strike a pause. We are licensed cosmetologists. I'm an author. I'm an activist. I'm a policy advocate, all that good stuff. Cheryl, she's the heiress of the California Curl Empire, the founder of Morrow Inheritance. And she's the founder, the creator, the penning, the Afro hair science, all this cool stuff. And you are on planet Pluto Pseudo. And this particular podcast is specifically for people who work in the beauty industry, the barber industry. And of course, we have our hair nerds in the chat, our hair aficionados. So big up, we got to give them a big round of applause. So to all the hair nerds, then this is America's podcast. That hand clap is for you guys because we appreciate all of your support. And of course, we want you guys to like and share the content. And given, what we're going to be talking about tonight with Miss Bay, who is going to help us understand, how we can be using social media to help us with our aesthetics in our career. Because when you're a cosmetologist, do you recall this, Cheryl? Like, sometimes people think hairstylists are not supposed to be attractive. Like when people see me, they like, oh, you got your hair done. I'm like, what are you trying to say? I mean, it's a beauty salon. Who wants their hair done by an ugly person, Now, I don't mean ugly as in aesthetics, but
Right. One who's nice, classy, presentable, and they know they at work.
Because there is a school of thought that
Yeah.
don't worry about how I look. I can come to work looking crazy as long as I do your hair.
No, you
What do you
actually
say
can.
about that?
No,
And
absolutely not.
hopefully, again, Miss, Tameil will be able to help us again navigate that, because when we're coming to the end of the year, and so it's that time where people want to push out the old and bring in the new. And after last week podcast with Mrs.
Damn.
Samantha Dixon Slaughter of the Black Beauty Culture of Nova Scotia, I don't know about you, Tondo, but I was devastated. Cheryl had been trying to tell us about the monopoly that my ladies have and how things are just not it. But we have a new Substack, right, Cheryl?
We have a new subject. We
A
worked on
Substack,
that
yeah.
article.
It's
Yeah.
finally it's in the chat. Let me show it to y'all. There it is. We have Afro Hair Science Substack. We got our article
And that
and
is
everything.
also
So,
because of Tameil.
oh, Tameil, we getting ready to bring her in, y'all. We're getting ready. We all warmed up. Y'all know by that 15 minutes in, it's time to bring in our guests. We got like a couple of more seconds. So it's official. Afro Hair Science have a Substack. I'm an active fool. Y'all already know. I'm like, did y'all subscribe to our Substack? So check out the Substack. And Tameil could talk about that. Is that a credible way to get you some help with your hair and your well-being in the professional world of cosmetology? Because Lord knows we need as much support, we need as much help, and how to work our way through our careers. And I can't think. I got a chance to talk to her for a few minutes before we went live. Oh snap! We got Maurice McIntosh in the chat. He was on the one of our guests on the show. Oh, don't worry, baby. You ain't got to worry about me trying to. I'm gonna call you anyway. I love Maurice. He is just absolutely wonderful. Okay. So anywho, enough of this chitter chatter about the biggest Afro and Target and DEI and all this other good stuff. It's
Just
time
get
to
to it.
bring in let's bring in Miss Tameil McKee Bay. And then once she comes in, I'm going to read a little bit of her mini bio that she sent over to me. And you guys get ready to get interactive, especially if you want to level up your career or your personal life. All right. So let's put our hands together. Y'all know how we do it in the chat. All right. I need you guys to take your left hand. Show them what to do, Cheryl. Take your left hand and your right hand. You're going to put it together. Come on, y'all. Put them hand clap emojis in the chat. And let's bring in the beautiful, the incomparable, the formidable. That's what I call her. Tameil McKee Bay. Here she is, guys. There she is. Oh, so beautiful. I love young girls.
That was an amazing
I remember the days when I was.
introduction. Thank you.
When I was all cute like that, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm I'm so excited, y'all. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm so excited. I'm gonna read her bio, right? So every year at RDT, the team, we get together, like we work too much together, but for some reason we just always together. I don't know why we do that. But anyway, anywho, at the end of the year, we get together and we do a vision board. And sure, you've been rocking it out with us too, virtually for the past 3 years.
Absolutely.
And sure can tell you, my vision boards, everything has been coming to full fruition and divine order. Those vision boards work, okay?
That's right.
But I was like, we gotta do something different, We got to do something different. And so I was talking to Miss Tameil in the green room, and she shared with me some wonderful things. And so tonight, you guys are going to get a glimpse of what she has to offer. I'm going to tell y'all right now, before y'all start trying to get all her information, I got my appointment in first. So when y'all get some of this goodness that's about to come through y'all screen, just know that if she said, "Oh, that date's not available," that's because that's gonna be my day. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about who she is. So per her mini bio, she's a writer. Okay. She's also a community educator, and she's an herbal anthropologist. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure she's going to tell us. At my auntie's Tea Time, and the co-founding cultural producer of Black Seeds Bloom Artists Collective. That sounds like some Cheryl Morrow shit. You know what I'm saying? Cheryl probably got something to do with that. That's that Cheryl. You know, don't nobody talk. Let me say it again. And co-founding cultural producer of the Black Seeds Bloom Artist Collective. Now, you know, you got to be special to be in that group. I'm not in the group. Don't worry, I'm not there. Their work sits.
I ain't in the group either.
But we might could get y'all. Listen up now. This what we got. Shirley's responsible for this illustrious talent that's sitting to the left or right of your screen, wherever she's sitting at. Okay, here we go. Listen up, y'all. Put your earbuds, push them in really close. Okay, y'all ready? Mm-hmm. Their work sits at the crossroads. Put that with the key in the ignition, sissies. Okay, that's some X-Clan shit for your ass. Okay. Start over. Their work sits at the crossroads of creativity, ancestral memory, and cultural preservation. Can y'all give her again a big fat round of applause? That is young, excellent, beauty, excellent,
absolutely,
friend, excellent, just at its finest, So Cheryl, tell us a little bit about Tameil and when I called, because we had someone else that was going to come on out of the UK, but our schedule, because the time, it just couldn't happen. So we're going to make that happen. And I called Cheryl and I said, Cheryl, we need someone that could come on and help us get it together because of all this confusion that we're having in our industry and kind of recalibrate. We've been using those words. And Cheryl said, oh, girl, hold on. I know somebody. I got the right person. How did you find this right? Y'all better get ready, okay? Y'all, I'm just trying to warm y'all asses up, okay? Sure.
Listen.
Tell us about this.
It's a beautiful, beautiful story. And sometimes you meet people and they walk right out of your life and it's okay. It's an association. It's less this and this and that. I guess from the moment we met, and we met when she was in college at San Diego State. And I went for a Shark Tank. And she was in her group and she was presenting. Now, I want you to know that she was the smallest thing in the room, okay? But
we could tell by the scene how we're just kind of...
Right. But the moment she spoke, she led her group. She was in charge of it. She made the whole presentation. And I knew then I was going to know her for a very long time. And we just kept up with each other. I don't care where she goes. And let me just say this. She was the editor during COVID of San Diego Monitor News. And
it's something about the California people.
I'm from Chicago.
But
you're from where?
She from Chicago. She from a lot. Look, she cosmopolitan. Put it that way. She gonna be a San Diegan again, right? But
okay.
Let me just say this. But I would fly her if I needed her. I'd call her up, get your schedule together. She'd check her schedule. She'd get on the plane, and we would spend a few days together, get in here, map it out, get get my social media together, whatever it is, and she wouldn't criticize me, but she would tell me, a little lightly, you need to get this together, stop doing that crazy, weird shit, don't do this, do that. And we would exchange, and bargain and say, whatever it is that you need, I'll help you, with that. And the last time she came on out, got my Instagram, everything together and got it straightened out. And she's going to tell you what also she suggested that I do.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. And we went to
Here
the
she
Marvel
is. So there we have her. Now she must have good juju, because
Oh my
Instagram
God.
is lit with Californians. Like my cousin Brenda's in the chat. We got Quiet Storm braids, but these are like young people, you know. So you got some type of juju already. You got magical juices flowing here over on Instagram. Thank you guys so very much. My cousins in the chat, like, what's up? What you trying to say about Californians? Californians are very unique. It's just something about people from California that's beyond what Hollywood could even capture. And I think Tameil has somehow come there, but she said by way of Chicago, and she's done something kind of fascinating. So with that being said, Tameil, it's your turn to take over right here and tell us people who are truly aspiring to get into that space of let's just say sure, what's that word when you want atonement? You know, you want to atone for some things, and then you want to grow with some things, and then you want to be able to receive some things, especially in the beauty industry, because we're always giving and exchanging, you know, energies all the time. And so when I look over your bio, which I know it's many, but I know it's bigger, you're a writer, a community educator, and an herbal anthropologist. So let's work our way back, starting with herbal anthropologist, community educator, and writer, and then bring us into the world of how you use that in social media. How's that? Can you rock that out for us?
I can work with that. I can
Oh,
absolutely work with
I
that.
already knew it. Let me sit back. I wish I smoked
Well,
marijuana. I would smoke a joint, but I don't even know how to smoke. But anywho,
well, you know, they got things for that. But anyway, oh man. So the thing about being an anthropologist, first things first, is it's something that you have to claim fully within the lens of who you are, right? So you have to fully embody that. You have to know who you are. I am, and I know that I am an African person, a person of the African diaspora. So in understanding what that means in a field like anthropology that is grounded in whiteness, that's grounded in oppression, colonization, you know, taking from other people, taking from my people, I have to understand the ways that the reclaiming, the decolonizing, you know, they go into that, but also in incorporating herbalism, it's important to understand not only the people that I come from, but the land that I come from. I'm a Black American in the African diaspora. So even though my people come from the continent, you know, wherever they come from on the continent, I come specifically from these lands here in the Americas. So I
You
have
got your
to,
laptop in your lap?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, because it's shaking every word that you say.
Oh, you know, I'm a passionate speaker,
I know you are.
but I'm
It
gonna
looks
try
like
to
you're in an
be.
earthquake.
I'm gonna try to be as still as I
I
can.
agree.
And maybe I can
Okay.
come. I can come down here to the floor. Here, I hope that helps.
okay,
Okay.
Stable,
okay.
Beautiful.
stable.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't
yeah.
even notice that. But anywho, I'm so thirsty to get the information. Shake it like a salt shake. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sometimes you gotta shake it
Keep
up. You
going.
gotta shake it up.
Yeah,
But that's exactly
keep
the point
going.
of what
Keep
I'm saying.
going.
You
Love
have
it.
to shake it up from the minute that you walk into rooms and you claim who you are and you claim these spaces that were not made for us. Anthropology was not made for a Black queer person like me. Especially not coming in saying that my relationship to the land, my ancestors' relationship to the land is at the center of my herbalism, you know, not Western medicine or Western relationship to plants or the disconnection from the body that we're taught and conditioned to be in. That's not at the center of my praxis. So that is why I claim herbal anthropology with the conviction that I do, because I'm coming with everybody that I'm coming, you know, with, and I'm coming with everything that has already been established for me to be able to stand here and say, this is who I am and this is what we have been doing since before I got here.
Oh yeah, we've been doing
So
it.
you
We've
got
been
that. You
doing
got
it.
that. You
Coined that
got that.
phrase
You
at the
got
World
that
Peace.
Sankofa.
Yes,
She's got
exactly.
the Sankofa on her back. Okay.
Yeah.
Already, guys. She's coming through with the Sankofa via her herbal anthropology. And now she's going to walk us through community educator and, of course, being a writer and how she uses this medium, social media. So let's keep going with the community educator.
Yeah, so that's actually where the Artist Collective comes in, Black Seeds Bloom Artist Collective, which I've been doing that work for, I think it's been almost a decade now. Now, the
You're
vision
only
with Black
10 years old. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I am only 10 years old, right? But and that's when and that's the thing about, like I said, again, knowing and embodying who you are. That takes a lot of surrender, but it also takes a lot of sacrifice. So at a very young age, I was already committed to purpose work. Is what I've called it since the beginning, is purpose work. And the community educating part, I think that is something that is the Chicago part of me. That's the part of me that is grassroots, that's in the field, that is in and amongst the people doing the work. It's not a detached leader. It's not someone who wants to be a tyrant above the people who, want to be the one who knows it all. It's someone who's in the mix. And my mom was like that. My dad is like that. They are people who
I
are
wish
always.
I had that when I was younger.
They were always, and I'm connected to people like
I'm
Cheryl.
sorry, y'all. Y'all like, don't stop cutting her off.
Always in the
What you
mix.
say? Yeah.
Let me just jump in right quick.
Yeah.
So let me jump in. Was you like that, Cheryl, when you was her age? When I was that age, I ain't gonna ask her how old she is. I was dumbing in a damn box of rocks. This young girl just, oh my God. Jesus.
I ain't gonna hold a box of rocks, but there is a different element to her and her collective. They just have a lot of depth to them, and they are doing it purposely. It's not hitting them in the head. It's not. They're not forced in any way. It is like she said, a surrender. But her teaching, I remember when just being in the Black Resource Center and just being around them, they are very decisive that they want to know. They don't want to guess. They don't want to get it. They don't even want to get it secondhand. They want to get it from horse's mouth. And I think that is one of the reasons why
that's why I like them granola babies. Them granola babies, they don't mess around. Y'all, hey, if y'all ain't got no granola babies in y'all lives, y'all better them granola babies. Them granola babies. Come on, get it, y'all. Them granola babies don't play. Okay. They ain't got time for this. If y'all know what a granola baby is, gonna drop some granolas in the chat. I see you, Yate. I see you. What's up, Earth? They don't understand. We're gonna come back to your surrender, knowing who you are, surrender and sacrifice. So let's keep it going on with the writer in you, okay? And thank you, LB, for the love as usual.
LB.
So the writer in you, tell us a little bit about you being the writer, and then bring us into social media.
Absolutely. So, yeah, the writing aspect, that it started from a place I would say of trying to cultivate voice, right? The aspect of understanding that I do have something to say, but how I say it is how I reach people, how I say it and how I present myself, if I'm even able to say it. And so me being a writer came initially through spoken word poetry, which that is a whole becoming and journey in itself. But I've been writing poetry since I was 13. So I've been writing for over a decade, even though I'm a baby, even though I'm only 10. I've been writing and using the medium of writing to not only heal myself, so be in the practice of self-healing, but also be in the practice of self-exploration, transformation, transmuting, so becoming an alchemist, my ability to take not only my pain, but generations of pain that I'm carrying inside my body, and transmute that into something that can heal and help other people understand, where they too have that power in themselves. So my writing started with my poetry collection that I published at Cheryl's house.
Wow. I hope, I mean, if you are
Couple of copies.
I am all that you are. Yeah, that's what
Oh
it's called.
shoot! Now, oh, but maybe she could give us a little spoken word. But let me just say this: if you are an older person working in the industry, I'm telling you, the granola baby, which I'm going to get you a t-shirt. I'm just going to get you all types of stuff that says granola baby. The granola baby is verifying, validating, confirming why it is imperative that us elders or whatever you want to call us, old folk, aunties, y'all got all kind of names for us right about now.
We aunties.
Um, oh yeah, old school heads, it's imperative that we stay in relationships with the younger generation so that we can make sure that we don't lose our way and that we don't get to old folk, we get all persnickety, and so she's about to light it up and get us all engaged and involved. And this is what we do here on Planet Pluto Pseudo for our industry. Because like I said before, we have a lot of stuff that we're just trying to work through and navigate and all that other stuff. And this is the type of expertise and the energy that's needed to help us open our eyes, open our minds to what we're going to have to do to be able to ascertain all the goals that we want to reach, especially as, creative people working behind the chair, around the chair, wherever y'all at in the beauty, barber, salon industry, teachers, students, whatever. And of course, our hair aficionados. I know for a fact that Tameil is about to go ahead and bring it. Some more people over here on Instagram. We got the one and only Mrs. Nicole Cumberlander. She's the owner of Paul Mitchell Schools, and Noari Blanc is in the chat. Hootie hoo, Nicole, I see you, girl. And then, of course, we have Mrs. I always get it wrong. Mr. Scott, I always call him Mrs. Scott Holcomb is in the chat. And then Kafele is still rocking it out with us. And then my cousin from LA as well. So thank you guys again, everybody on Instagram. So now we have a clear understanding from the granola babies, granolas, oats and stuff. All right. How she got this going. So now we're here on social media. All right.
Yes.
And so typically what happens on social media is that it's now become like our go-to. If we need some help with something, we just get online and we just say, how to be like the granola baby. Like, how can we be like you? Or we're looking for somebody. We just like, who is Cheryl Morrow? Like that, typical stuff. All right. And it doesn't always work out the way we want it to work. But now you're in a space where you're doing something that's very unique. And I know now, I know what you're gonna say, Ladosha, you reaching now. But I'm gonna this is just my opinion, granola baby. I think anybody on this chat right now, we all want to be like you. Okay, I'm just gonna go on and put it out there. Y'all can put me too in the chat. Let me know I ain't going crazy. Okay, but I'm for real. All that you just said, girl. Okay, but we're on social media and we're trying to get help. Why are we, particularly now, this podcast is for licensed professionals. Why are we, and hair junkies, okay? Why are we running to social media for help and we not running to each other? After all, that's the argument that hairstylists we had. At least I did. I don't like social media because they messed up the beauty industry. Everybody is on social media trying to learn how to do their own hair. Why they ain't come to the hair salon? So why are people running? Cheryl, tell me if I'm wrong. All right. 20, 30, 40 years ago, if you told a person you had a problem and they said, oh, just go right there and throw it up against the wall and put all your emotions out there.
Right.
Can you imagine being told that back in our day? Like, we would have never done this. I would never. I still wouldn't. But people do this. So, because we need to know how we can find a person like you. So, if you can help us, because you're there for people like me who need your help. But why are we turning to social media instead of to actual humans? Do you have a school of thought of why we may just be like when you find people coming to you for advice or projects, or and they're coming through social media, do you have any like background thoughts, or you like this is interesting? Is it a certain demographic that you see? Is it a theme? Maybe in in certain years that you notice any just some things that you saw that made you cultivate those three key things when you're talking about herbal anthropology, being a community educator and a writer, that made you, create your collective around this? Did you see something brewing in the public where you said, I could use this space to help people out? And you use the term queer folk who's just being terribly ostracized. So I'm definitely speaking to that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many schools of thought on that, Ladosha, because you brought up so
Just
many
don't
different.
let it rip, because I know I want you to just
let it rip.
this is because I know you can do it. You can handle it.
First things first,
You're the granola baby.
People want everything in small bite doses and they want it quick. They don't want the long form. They don't want to sit down and hear the story and the experience and the journey. They don't want that. They want the short version. And so when you live in a world where everybody's attention span is at a point where they can only
Cheryl.
They can only get it in 10. You got to give it to me in 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds to get it to me. Then you have to understand your audience. And that's, everybody's not like that. I know for me, and specifically when it comes to hair, I've been Black my whole life. So I've had natural hair my whole life. And my parents were very firm about no perm, no color. I couldn't even really get this until I was an adult. I wore my natural hair all of my life, but I also had parents who, my father was incarcerated. So even though he had the knowledge of natural hair, he was at a distance. My mom, she didn't have the knowledge of natural hair. She didn't have a mom to teach her what to do with her hair. She didn't have a grandmother to show her what to do with her hair. So she was out of the mix. And so the only thing I had at that time was YouTube and my homegirls. And the lady who was braiding my hair, the shop that I was going to, the little tips and tricks that I can get along the way. But now we're in a world where people are they are detached from the experience of even wanting to do their hair, wanting to have a relationship with their hair, wanting to know that knowledge. So when you don't even want to know, why would you go seek it? And definitely, why would you go seek somebody to tell you about it, or a long form version that puts you in the mix of having to actually sit and reflect about the relationship that you have, not only with your hair, but with yourself? That's the work. And we're in a culture where people are wanting to skip steps when it comes to the work. Social media, TikTok, Instagram, they have allowed people to skip steps and get it in a way and feel like they have the expertise because they haven't actually dug in deep enough to do the work. But when you're exposed to it all day, every day, you feel like you got it at the front of your mind, so you know it, right? You got it, right? Like you the guru in it. You know
it's almost like.
And so Cheryl, is that Dunning-Kruger effect that you're talking about? Is that what she's making reference to?
Well, it's Bible study ain't never as full as Sunday morning, because they want to sit there and get a message. They don't want to open the book and have to bookmark and underline this and then
know it. It's the understanding.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But also social media is almost like TV.
Exactly.
So the TV effect is that someone on TV or on a screen tends to just be a little more authentic and a little more expertise and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And the industry, I have to say, probably has let some people down. Humans let people down, right? And so that trust factor is there's a division there. And then the screen or your phone, it just seems like TV, seems to have, I think, more of a credibility. But then, like she said, it's quick credibility.
Now, you as a content creator, and I'm just going to call you a service provider just to kind of cover the gamut. Okay. So when you decided to make these three focal points, the herbal anthropology, the community educator, a writer, to cultivate or co-produce your Black Seeds Bloom Artist Collective, right? As you're looking at all of the things that you just shared with us, to put this together, um, do do you feel like, is there like a certain target audience that you're looking for, or is the work that you have, is it for the people who need it? Because like, let's take Planet Pluto Pseudo. We're specifically for people in our industry, because Cheryl and I, we know, like, we don't have a Tameil McKee Bay in our industry like you per se. We would probably go out and maybe seek a motivational speaker, or something, a author or a writer, but they don't, they haven't encompassed it, like you have, right? So is your platform, is it for like everybody? Is there a certain type of people that you want to work with? Or when you're speaking of herbal anthropology, like, how would you use that? Who would that be for? Let's just use that one as an example.
That's for everybody. I mean, herbalism is in everything that we do. It's in cooking, it's in skincare, it's in healthcare, it's in beauty care. It's in everything, especially when it comes to Black people, because we have not always had the luxury of having products or things on the market that are tailored to our hair or our skin or our body. So we had to make it. We had to get in the kitchen and DIY and make it and put it together. And so that automatically is where herbalism comes in, because you have the rosemary for strengthening the hair and growing hair. You have the castor bean. You have, what else? Gotu-kola. You have all of these different herbs, cinnamon, ginger, that, not only stimulate the aesthetics of hair, but they also work with the wellness of the scalp, the wellness of the actual quality of your hair, and if you're taking care of your hair or not. So herbalism, and like I said again, because we have a legacy of not always having had access. What I love about the work that Mr. Willie Morrow did is he studied the science of our hair to understand what was needed for our hair in relationship to everything else around us. We had to learn the land. We had to learn how to use what was available to us on this land for what was already innate to us. Our hair was going to grow natural. We couldn't, change that about ourselves, but we could manipulate our environment to work in terms of our benefit and what our hair needed to be healthy here. So that is the science and understanding, who we are as Black people, what our hair needs, what our body needs, and the ways that herbs, plants, these are plants we're talking about, stuff that's outside, readily available to us, that we can grow, in the house, on the patio, plants. It's in everything.
All right.
So it only makes
all right. I got you. So
yeah.
All right. So we have a lot of professionals in the chat who use, like myself. Like I said, we got Yate, and we had Nicole Cumberlander that was over there. We had Quiet Storm Bray. So we have professionals that, are in the chat, and we use social media to, help promote our business and ourselves. And then we also consume it. Like I just used that long example to find a person like you. So, and Cheryl just was very, candid and an open book, and say, hey, I didn't have my stuff together, and you came in, and if you could get the hair oracle together, you a BMF. I'll let y'all figure out what that means. Okay. So what are some common mistakes that you see that, let me say old folk or people in the industry, that make when they're trying to
I got you.
Ahead,
yeah, I got you.
And we're trying to use the social media, like some of the things that you see, because help us out. Ain't that right, Yate? Because me and Yate, we be on here like, what's up, Liv? Work with our Canadian babies in the chat. What's up, boo? How you doing? What are some of the mistakes that you see? Like, okay, here's a
man,
top 3 things or whatever. You just take it,
And I know we like a little bullet point, so I'm gonna keep it bullet point. First things first, especially
you can do it your way. Do it your way.
Okay. You want the long form?
Yeah, but do it your way. I mean, we here for it.
Social media, especially if you're a business owner, it is not for your friends. It's not for your family. It is not for the people that you know. They are not going to be the first ones to jump to support you. You have to accept that first. Now, if you are creating a brand where you're wanting to reach for something that is outside of the environment that you are used to, you also have to consider that the people in that space may not be ready to receive the version of you that you are getting ready to step into when you're cultivating your brand. You are not
you done scared all of us.
You are not just you. You are stepping on social media. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. You're not just you. And I get that when you're wanting to get to know how to use these platforms and how to socialize with folks, you want to get on there and add your best friends and add your homegirls, and that's great. But you want to tailor that space with people who are going to not only support, but engage with you and your content in a way that is going to push you to more people that you want to reach. If you're not on social media. That's not
what they say. Now, hold on. Now,
are they making money off of social media?
Instigator.
Are they making money off of social media as business owners? Are they making money?
When you go to,
is the content converting?
You go to social media. Let me play. I'm about to play the clip. Sure, you know I always have my clips now. Now, that's what they say. Now, I'm about to show you now, because that's why we need this, y'all. Y'all make sure tell them what they need to do right now to help change that narrative about your feed is confusing you and what to do with your hair and your emotional well-being. Do this right quick, right now, before I show her this clip. Show them, sure. Here we go, guys.
Pampa me on, pampa me on.
Now I'm gonna show this clip. Now I get my stuff off TikTok. I'm a TikTok. I need to go to recovery for TikTok. Okay, so I'm just gonna show a clip of a young lady. I know. Pray for me, guys. So this is a clip, and she's giving some advice on social media. Now we know there's more than one ways to do this, but Tameil's the expert, so we're taking her advice tonight. Okay, so here's a clip of what a young lady is recommending. So this one, she's talking about like hairstyles, and this is the standard way that they say you should be doing these things right here.
Important when you talk about your ideal hair, the hairstyles that like you back, that you know some fashion guidance hair notes. Hair notes, right? What does that mean? Knowing the lengths that are great for you, knowing the volumes, the shades, the bangs or no bangs, middle part, etc. And so whether your hair is natural or not doesn't make a difference. And let me show you what I mean. If you're someone who does well with volume and long styles and deep tones, then this could be a natural hairstyle for you. That works. If you don't look good in long hair though, skip this one. For someone who likes updos but needs a little bit of face framing. For someone who does really well with low volume and can also pull off pulled back styles, meaning they don't need any face framing, they don't need any zhuzh in their face, they can hold it down. This is for someone who looks great in medium to low volume and also shorter styles. This is great for someone who does well with a lot of volume, rounder shapes, etc. This natural hairstyle is great for someone who thrives in low volume, in length, and in spring warm tones. Or autumn tones, really.
So now, when you look at that clip, that's your stereotypical clip that hairstylists, we hate that stuff, right? But we hate it because it's not our language. It's like, that's not volume, that's Afro, but we see so much of that. But you're saying to do something a little bit different, that's a lot more authentic when everybody else out there has a very cookie cutter theme. So how are we going to bring our authentic selves forward in the world of that's a very cookie cutter? The language is definitely out. I mean, it could be depending on where you're from. For the most part, we don't call afros like volume. We don't use those words. Like Beyonce's hair is not natural. That's not her hair. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that, but you're saying something totally different. So again, help us if you can expound a little bit more on, as you're saying, why it's important to actually not even do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that content isn't bad per se. Going back to what you said about your audience, you're not her audience. Very simply, you're not someone that would.
Mm.
She's not making content for you. She's making content for the people who want that content, who want that in that format, and that's what they call educational content. Now, for someone like you who's wanting a more authentic approach where you can share your experience in the cosmetology industry, where you're connecting with other people on social media who have that content form, that's more storytelling. And the thing about social media is you don't have to use a cookie cutter format that everyone else is doing unless you're trying to go viral. And if you're trying to go viral, that's great, but viral then what? Viral then what? Viral then you want more reach to more people. Viral that you want more followers.
Would it be like Oprah? Maybe we'll get a contract or something.
But you don't need to go viral to do that. You need to get your content in front of people who find value in your content. You need to create content that is in a format that reaches the people that you want to reach, that you can reach. You're not trying to reach everybody.
So,
I have a cup.
so I'm gonna tell you about it. Because you know she came here, and I had.
Was it too harsh? Was it too?
Wait.
Okay,
Okay.
The chat the chat like that now.
Okay. First of all, I'm on the phone. Okay, I need you here. Get here. I'll pick you up. This is what I need to do. I'm going to hit that Instagram because I never had a personal Instagram before. I always had the San Diego Monitor News. And so she said, okay, so let me check out your pictures. Let me check out your head. You know what you're doing. What is your headshot looking like? Boom. What is your goal? And so she recently gave me a little compliment in a text and said, I like what you're doing with your page so far. I'm liking what you're posting and everything. You know, I'm watching you and I'm proud of you. Now,
Yes.
talking to me like I'm 10 years old, you know, like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm so proud of you. So anyway, but because she knows me and she's been around me for at least 5-6 years, we've known each other like a while here, right? But she was quite concerned with my posting style, right? And I still have to improve, right? And because I get busy and a social media presence, you have to water it, right? And as it grows and you're watering it. But she was always saying, and we were talking about even before we built the presence, what kind of shit are you going to be posting? She was very clear on that. Like what? Because
so everybody, you guys got to write that down. What are you going to be posting?
If you know, if you do pictures, explain it because you're a teacher. You can't just be throwing it up there willy-nilly. Because and in essence, always wanting me to match my valuation. What is my value offer?
Yes.
And it has to match the brand, and that is basically, and then your posting style seems to be easy after that. So now I know it's style. It's it's
right.
all going to be text heavy, even though if I have a picture because I'm a teacher. And so she been, I think I have a B so far.
A B, okay. A B is good. Trish the Natural says she agrees with you. I'm gonna add wholeheartedly because Trish keeps it 100 here. Okay, she don't mess around. Trish, she did keep it 100, sister. Okay. Now I want to kind of wiggle in between because we're getting some good advice here. Just we gotta. Everything ain't for everybody. I just learned that she ain't talking to you, Ladosha. I was like, hell, she got. I told them granola babies don't play. I told y'all. Y'all think I knew she was a granola baby. I already knew it, okay? So you said something at the beginning that in your line of work, you highly recommend that it's about knowing who you are, surrendering, and sacrifice. Yes. Now, we work behind the chair. That's hard. That's tall task.
Yes.
Professionals. It's hard. So help us with knowing who you are, take us through surrendering and take us through sacrifice, because in this line of work, we are people pleasers.
Oof.
I mean, we are trying to, do what they ask us to do. We're trying to, serve them the tea. We're trying to get the coats, and I mean, some of it is business etiquette, but then some of it is just I really want to make this person happy, and in that process, we may kind of lose ourselves along the way. But this, what you said, is knowing who you are. So take us through a little bit of how we in the beauty industry, and of course, all of us hair care junkies out here, what does that process looks like of knowing who you are, that surrendering process, that sacrifice, because of course, you've utilized all of this to create a beautiful social media presence. I'm going to put your social media up because I know you guys are like, well, where's she at? Don't go follow her yet. Wait till we get off the live and then go follow, okay? So can you just kind of walk us through a little bit about some advice of knowing, because you really do know who you are. And I think I'm still kind of learning myself. I'm just being candid, guys. And I really do like your juju. So kind of help us out with those three things. Okay, take it away.
Absolutely. Well, that's the first piece right there, Ladosha, is we have to be honest about the fact that it is very normal for us to not know. That is normal and that is okay. We don't have to feel like we have to be somewhere else on that journey of knowing. It's a lifelong thing. And some of us just get, it's an exposure thing. When you're exposed to things that resonate with what is already inside of you, it makes you get along on that journey a little bit quicker. But when you are just in one environment, or when you just have a certain something around you all the time and it don't really change and shift, then you don't get that exposure that you need to get around the type of people that you need to be around, to get around the type of smells, foods, tastes, colors, whatever it is. You need to get around what you like. And that's the knowing you piece. That's the understanding you piece. You have to get out there and figure out
so
what
isolation isn't so
no.
isolation isn't on.
No.
Oh, sometimes I just want to be by myself, y'all. When you get old, you just want to go home. I'm just talking about me. She said, "To thyself, be true." That's why I hit that thumbs up. But I'm just talking about talking about nobody else. Oh my gosh!
No, you have to get around.
Sure, you be in your little closet too. We gonna need some therapy. She asked us to do some stuff that.
But that's the thing. There are other people who like to be around themselves too. There are other people who are just like you, and they just add a little sprinkle to your world that helps you understand yourself a little bit better. It's a concept that I'm not sure what it's called. Mirroring.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know, man.
That girl is good. If you can crack Ladosha, you good. I'm a tough cookie. She cracking my dome. Hey, Trish, she over here, she split my wig wide open. Like, you can like be by yourself, but you still need to get out because be about other people that like to be by themselves too. That's a good one. Okay, go on, granola baby. Do your thing. Keep going.
You need to learn. You need to learn who Ladosha is. We all need to learn who we are, what we like, and you have to get around other people to know that, to learn that, to experience that. And not just people,
so being
but
in the salon. See, in my mind, I think because I'm in the salon, I think I'm around a lot of people. What I'm learning from you is that in the salon, I'm really isolated. I hear what you're saying. Be quiet, Cheryl.
Are you getting around that good? People? How are you getting around other people?
She got me good. That's why I keep telling y'all got to be around young people because they will get your old ass together. I'm gonna give you a good round of applause because you tricked me with that one. Like, just because you're in the salon, Ladosha, does not mean you are around different people. I'm gonna give her a good round of applause.
No, being in the salon, that is your choice of people. That's the people that you're comfortable being around. Yeah,
eat me up, okay.
But okay, now we're gonna get into the surrender piece because that's the surrender. Surrendering is understanding that it's gonna get uncomfortable. It's gonna get not only uncomfortable, it's gonna you're so comfortable and where you're at that when you get into that other side, you're gonna have a lot of resistance. That's the surrender piece. You have to surrender to the fact that you are still supposed to be here, even where it's uncomfortable.
Anybody here can relate? I know y'all. Some of y'all
And let
trying
me,
to be all shy.
and let me say this. When she
Oh,
comes to
I'm
San
sorry.
Diego,
The Vita is in the chat. I'm sorry. Whenever Cheryl's
oh,
niece come through the chat, I have to pause right quick because the
Davina,
niece is in the chat. Everybody, please,
Davina.
y'all, put a hand clap emoji for Cheryl's
hey,
niece is in the
Booski,
chat. I love
Booski,
her. I love her. Look at how Tameil, she has that effect on everybody. Okay,
I
so
love
go ahead, take it away.
Davina. She's next. She's coming up next after me, and I'm gonna be her biggest fan. That's for sure.
Oh, I love she got it together. But sure, go ahead. I know Davina took over the podcast. Okay, but yeah, so keep going, keep going.
No, it's when look, when she comes in town, I have to tell her sometimes. Okay, wait a minute now. Okay, now where am I? Where am I? Okay, so where are you gonna be? What you doing? What Because she'll have me drop. She'll be this place, that place, this place, that place, and she is correct. You're in business. There is no island behavior. No island behavior. And I am just amazed by what she can do and what she does in terms of public relations, because of course we get the branding. We've talked about this, Key Lolo. Branding is not marketing. Marketing is not branding. It is not PR.
Yeah.
Publicity is not it. Publicity is publicity. PR is PR. Marketing is marketing, and branding. Y'all got to understand. And then social media, it belongs to what we call a little bit of both public relations and publicity. So videos are usually publicity, and then your wonderful intimate postings are public relations. And so the consistency in which she tells me, hello, what are you doing? You posting, what you doing? You know what I mean? And see, we went into that expert thing, that expert bag. And unless you're writing, that's the only time you should be incognito.
Okay.
But if you're
I
not writing,
got
you
you.
need to be taking pictures, you need to be doing what you need to do. Go ahead.
To make it happen. Now, Trish the Natural is saying isolation can stifle your growth. I'm listening. I hope, Trish, I hope everybody can see that I am learning, and that is what Planet Pluto Pseudo is all about. Sometimes, I know I look like I know you, but see, the problem that I have, Granola Baby, is that my last name is right. And so I struggle with that because I think I'm always right, But tonight you just showed me, Ladosha, you are not always right. Sound like my mother, okay? So
That's
again,
right.
you said knowing who you are, that's surrendering, that's sacrificing. All of that's just gonna help. Did you want to add some more to that? Because you're getting us together. Well, you're getting me together. I don't know about nobody else, but you're doing a great job. Okay. Anything you want to keep adding to that?
That sacrifice piece that's where, like, okay, so as in the hairstylist industry, we all want to keep up with the trends. We all want to, like you said, have the happiest customers, clientele, all of that, right? But what is your standard in terms of the business that you're running? Once you set your standard, then you understand this is where I need to show up, and this is where I'm committed to showing up. You can get creative around that. You can, do your thing, but the sacrifice piece is understanding that you can't do what everybody do. You can't serve every client, and every client is not going to be your client because of your standard, because of who you are as a brand, as a person, as a business owner. And in understanding that you're sacrificing being for everybody, being everybody's cup of tea, being everybody's favorite hairstylist. You're going to be your client's favorite hairstylist. And that's what's going to keep you booked and paid consistently every month. But being the most popular is sometimes just a fad, because if you cannot keep that consistency, because you're trying to keep up with every trend and every person and you're switching, you don't have a core. Where's your core? Where's your constant? That's what's going to keep you
Mhm.
sustainable in terms of being a business owner, in terms of your clientele, in terms of the relationship aspect of the business that you're in. That is a relationship-centered business. That is how you relate to people, how you're connected to showing up for their needs. And you can't do that for everybody. That's tiring. That's exhausting, being that for
Right.
everybody. But you
Right.
can be
Hey.
for the people that you can be that for, and you can do that so good that it will keep you solid.
Yeah, I think she's got it down.
As my mother would say, out of the mouths of babes. All right. These young, I'm telling y'all, Granola Baby is getting us together. We are 100, I think it was 7 episodes in, and we're talking about your feed is confusing your hair. A talk with Tameil McKee Bay. And in case you guys are wondering, who is this fascinating Granola Baby? She is the co-producer of the Black Seeds Bloom Artist Collective. She's a writer, she's a community educator, and a herbal anthropologist at my Auntie's Tea, and she's also my favorite. And we're going to talk about how you guys can reach out and use some of her expertise. But
Oh
now
my
that we flip this, so now we're going to flip the script. So now we see what the professionals, what we need to do, and how we can better ourselves and utilize social media more effective to serve
Can I add one more
our
thing?
needs. Sure.
One more
Go
thing.
ahead.
So social media is a tool for you to curate not only community, but what you are consuming as a consumer of social media, especially if you are not getting on social media and getting paid every time you get on social media, you are a consumer. So you need to be intentional about what you're consuming. That means who you follow, what you like, what you comment on, what you spend more than 2 seconds watching. All of that is teaching Instagram that this is what I want to see and that this is what I want more of. Train it to give you what you want.
I watch so much Black.
People.
All I do is just watch Black history. Okay, that's interesting. How many people knew that? I did not know that. I did not know that. Okay,
You train it.
I'm
Yeah, you have
speechless
to
there.
train it. You have to
All
train
right,
it.
okay. So let's flip it. Let's flip it. Let's do like some Missy Elliott. We're gonna back it up, flip it, and reverse it. Okay. So now we've got the professionals. Okay, we need to do now the consumer, because also here on Planet Pluto Pseudo, we have people like our our de facto producer, Miss Esther T. Jones, is in the chat again. You guys are wondering, how do you guys find these wonderful people? It would be Esther T. Jones who suggested that we do some of, what Miss Bay is talking about, okay, and which is bring people on, because Cheryl and I just, and anywho, y'all don't understand. All right, so now we're gonna flip it, right? So now we know what we got to do. Now, what about consumers? Because one of the things that we hear in the salon a lot is how they went online to look for something, they followed the directions, and this went awry. The hair went awry, the makeup, whatever. Okay. So what are some of the mistakes that people make when they're trying to find content, on social media? Is there some advice of how they could, get closer to the answers of what they're looking for? So, because what we see is that it's like a rabbit hole that they end up going down, and the effects are just like, oh, let's take, like, in the beginning of the social media was all this oil, and everybody was just slathering like this oil, and then they realized, oh, I can't get this stuff off my hair, but everybody was doing it. So how can we help our hair aficionados understand how to use social media to get what they're looking for? Because that's what this podcast is about, is that your feed is confusing your hair.
Yeah. So I want to go back to something that Cheryl said earlier. Social media is like television. And you may see something on television and you know that you cannot do everything that you see on television. So social media is no different. And because we have
I'm telling that to MAGA. Oops, I'm sorry.
We have free will and free reign to look stuff up on Google. We should be using our resources to research and not just do the first thing that we see. So, I mean,
now when you say research, like, what does that mean?
Research means if you see somebody putting something in their hair and you know that that's not something that you typically put in your hair, Google, can I put this in my hair? Very simply. You can also use, now this is where we have what they call YouTube University, because we have a unlimited source of testimony of people who have done the things and tried the things. And so if you are wondering if you should try something, 9 times out of 10, there's a video of a Black woman, because we have more than enough Black testimony, more than enough. All you have to do is type in Black woman doing XYZ. You have to get so specific about what you're looking for so that you can get exactly what you're looking for. And so you type in exactly.
So the magic word.
Yes, Black woman.
So the magic word is specificity.
Specificity. Okay. You have to be specific. Right. You have to be detailed. And when you get specific, you get more tailored results to what it is that you're looking for. And so YouTube is one of those.
I'm guilty. I don't do that. I just type in like how to flat iron hair, that won't work.
Look up Black woman doing silk press natural hair. Right? You have to get that specific.
Well, it's very important that you do that now, because now all of the companies, because of course, what company was the first major company to make sure you knew that their algorithm now was additionally intelligent? Google now makes sure you know that the search engine now is AI. You didn't know that before. You just thought it was just going from a whole huge big database of everybody else's searches. Now the searches are now having a hierarchy intelligence. Yeah. So now the person going to get your news is an actual intelligent bot. The data searcher is now intelligent. And so instead of it just being an average search engine, it's no longer just spitting out people.
I was going to ask that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to ask her about AI. Do you use AI, and what are your thoughts about it for both the consumer and the professional? So do you use AI?
Yeah, I use AI, especially.
She like, girl, yeah, I just started using it 2 weeks ago. So don't let Trish, don't you pick on me, Trish. Trish, I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead, Trish. I'm sorry. Trish gonna tease me. Go ahead.
I have 2 things to say about the use of AI, because the more personalized that you get, I'm sorry, I have a cat and she's in her hours, but the more personalized you get with AI, personalized and specific about what you're looking for, who you are, all of that information, the more tailored your experience becomes with whatever AI platform you're using. So for example, using ChatGPT, if your hair is in a certain condition as a consumer and you're wanting to get or create a regimen that can work with your natural hair based on where it's at, you have to be very specific about describing the state that your hair is in, describing the type of products that you like to use on your hair already, XYZ, and it will create a tailored regimen for you to help you reach whatever desired goal or whatever desired state that you're looking to get to. And that's just one way that you can use it that is more tailored and personalized. Now, I do see someone in the chat saying they don't trust AI because it's giving them too many wrong answers. That's again
right, let me just say this.
You have to verify.
Right, because now I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that Cheryl had been telling me for 3 years to you, and I'm like, no, I ain't got time. Like, no, Cheryl, like, stop it, kid. I'm like, so I thought, now I ain't gonna lie, I'm not all AI out, but I'm in love with AI. Remember, I'm in love with a stripper. I'm in love with an AI. Honestly, I like AI. So can you help the anti or the fearful? Because I feel you, Esther. I'm telling you, I'm only 2 weeks in. I'm ready to have an affair. I'm ready to leave. I just want to get on with the AI. So help people. Maybe just give them some, I don't know, help us out understand AI just a little bit more, because some of us, like me, we're really afraid of AI. Why should we not be afraid of it? Help us out just a little bit more.
Well, I'm in no position to tell anyone to not be afraid of AI, because especially in the ways that it's utilized in our society, your position has to be based on how you use it. And if you're using it to advance yourself, to advance your goals, to invest in professional and self development, then it's going to work for you. You still have to verify all of the information that you're finding and using from it, but it's going to work for you. Now, if you're using AI to make people unemployed, to, create more barriers and oppressions for people who are already oppressed, then I understand why people have, resistance to wanting to use AI, to trust in AI. So it's just like everything else. It's just like money. Some people use money for their advancement, for their betterment, to supply and support. Some people use money for very evil and cruel intentions. Your intention is everything, though.
Absolutely. I find it so fascinating that people.
Yes, she says. I'm sorry. She said she doesn't fear it. Cheryl, she just said she finds it to be a little bit redundant. So why bother? Okay.
You
Okay.
know,
Go ahead,
I really find it fascinating because on how biases and prejudices and stereotypes and what people, the human involvement can add to education, information, consultant, life coaching, or whatever ever little human interaction. And because you're getting the human element, because of course AI is not thinking of this stuff on its own. It has, millions of bits and billions of bits and yota and yeta bits, mega and gigabyte. So much bit of information of everything that has ever been written by a human being ever, right? So just because a human is not delivering it to you, but you do that anyway, and you mistrust them anyway. A human can give you bad advice. Because it's in a different container, you bring all of this other stuff to it. You're already being misled. You're already being mistold information. You already have to double check a review. You already have to double check everything. So and I think it's the same conversation we're having as if a black cotton picker is saying, "Well, don't trust that cotton gin because it's gonna probably miss a couple of plants." I don't miss nothing. You know what I mean? But it's the same mentality. It's the same.
Cheryl, you bad.
We get cautious when we get new technology, and that's fine, because if you think AI and ChatGPT and Seek and Claude and all of these other things, and I remember first talking with Tameil about it, and there's going to be some Tameil information in the in the AI world that somebody 20 years from now who will never meet her is going to be using her intelligent input that she put in 25 years ago, right?
From this podcast. I'll just saying to me, had a shameless plug, shameless plug.
If you have written something, Key Lolo, and you have written books as well, it's all going in the pool of what we call free information. And information is now broken up into little mini micro bits, and someone's going to have an idea one day, and it's that bot's going to use something you wrote to be able to put together some kind of something for that particular person. And we have to make sure that we understand poems exist because poems have been written, not by bots, but by humans. And the bot is just the butler. That's all it is. AI is just the butler.
All right, we got you. Okay, so y'all can cool y'all jets. Cheryl said it's still powered by humans. How about we say that? Okay, AI is still powered by humans.
Wait a minute,
but now
it ain't gonna wake you up. It ain't gonna wake you up in the
That's
morning.
true. It ain't gonna do that. It ain't gonna wake you up in the morning. But as we get ready to wind this interview down, the last portion of your bio, as we worked our way backwards, was, as Cheryl was alluding to, was writing. So let's talk a little bit about writing for not Trish. Now we getting back into my world. I'm like LL. Girl, look what I got right here. I'm like LL. Tameil, you want to give me an hour plus a pen and a pad. So let's talk about writing, because Cheryl just said some people are fearful of the AI, and like me, I just kind of a little isolated. I thought I was doing something, but you just bust a little bubble. But writing is a wonderful tool that we can still use in tandem and partnership with all the technology, or just on our little lonesomes. So let's talk about writing and what it can do for both the professional and the consumer when it comes to either creating good content or looking for good content. And if you want to, after you break it down, if you want to, share a little poem of your written word, that'd be nice or something, but let's talk about writing. And I shared with you in the green room that I love this book, guys. You should get it. It's called Write It Down, Make It Happen. So
That's right.
talk about writing and what it does and helping and all that other good stuff.
Absolutely. So writing is, man, writing has given me everything that I
Look
have.
at her face. I was like, look at her face. Did y'all see her face? Did y'all see that? She just lit up. Wow.
I want to be very transparent about the fact that, I am a spiritual person. So I was just praying to God last night, thanking God that I have the gift to be able to channel and to be able to be used as a vessel to communicate. Because every time I write, and every single thing that I have ever written has been channeled through me. And I'll just say that in terms of the way that I write. But when it comes to creating content, being a business owner, but being on social media, period, your authentic voice is a tool. That is a gift. You should always incorporate your voice in everything that you do, especially if you're using AI, because you have to tell it how to talk. You have to tell it how to walk. And if you want it to talk and walk like you have to tell it how you talk and walk. So you have to understand, what is the voice that you're wanting to use to communicate your message? What is the voice that you're wanting to use to reach people? How do you want to talk to and reach the people? We're again getting into that storytelling. How do you want to tell your story? How do you talk to the people that you want to be around and that you want to learn from and that you want to connect to and be in community with? That is how you train AI. That is how you train your own brand voice. That is how you start to tailor your writing. And the thing about writing is it teaches you how to generate original thought. So if you struggle with inspiration, if you struggle with finding ways to put the pieces together, just start writing. Right? Get a journal, get a piece of paper, use your notes app. Some people even, convert it to the medium of using voice notes. And sometimes if saying it is easier for you, then just say it and then write it down. Like whatever helps you get it done. But
now that was kind of slick. I like the way you slid in the voice note. She thinks that granola baby a bad.
Some people need that. Look, some people need that. We have to make it accessible to everybody.
I don't use voice notes. Anybody use? I'm sorry. I know Trish. Leave me alone, Trish.
Writers do.
I know what Trish said. Voice notes. Can you just acknowledge us? Leave me alone. Writers do. Right quick. I digress for a little bit. So voice notes. What's that? I'm sorry. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So it depends on what device you use, but now we are in the age where every device has a voice note or voice memo app. Mm-hmm. Just like a sound, just back in the day when we used to record our ringtones, the same function, how you record any audio with your device in the mic.
And you can email it to yourself.
Mm-hmm. And you can also use Canva. Most apps like Canva, Instagram, all also have a feature where you can add your own voice or a voice recording feature. So any app you're on today, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, your iPhone, your Android, your Galaxy, they all have a feature where you can record your voice. Even the Notes app has a feature, exactly, where you can record your voice.
Google has
a feature. Yes.
Right.
I don't know. I see that. Okay.
Alexa, all of them are AI. That you've been using it for a while.
Yes.
I see that on the computer, but I'm like, how are you talking to? Leave me alone. That's why we have this podcast. Because I see it, but I'm like, how do you get it to talk? Like, how do you talk to it?
I can talk to PowerPoint. I can talk to PowerPoint. Girl, come on now. It ain't no excuse.
My
God. It ain't no excuse.
It's
All
no
of
excuse.
this, and one of the wonderful things that about Tameil, all of these things can just breathe, calm down. All of these things are to make life easier for you.
That's right.
Not harder for you. And if you can just be in the moment, just chill out, just learn the apparatus, learn a little interface where buttons are, where they go. Okay, because they did change the interface on even on this platform. And Kilolo's like, they changed the.
Pro tip.
I still be pulling over the right. Wait a minute. I still be. Don't say nothing. Granola baby. Let me interrupt you right quick. Let me interrupt Granola baby. I still be pulling over to write my notes. Like, let me pull over right quick.
Yes, exactly.
All you gotta do is get your phone, go that to that little microphone,
yes,
and speak to it.
Look at Esther like poor Ladosha. But that's why we having this podcast. I'm trying to feel like maybe I needed this podcast privately by myself because the chat is all quiet. Like Ladosha is antiquated. At least I'm an honest. I'm honest. Okay. But go ahead. I'm sorry. This is like fascinating to me.
No, the pro tip is if there's a platform that you don't understand or if there's something that you're troubleshooting, you can take a screenshot of it and upload it to ChatGPT, and it will give you step-by-step instructions to solve your problem.
You better shut the front door, Granola baby.
Cheryl taught me that.
Stop it, Judy. I hope y'all taking down some good notes. This podcast. Now, I told y'all this was going to be good. I promise you guys.
I just happen to be one of those Aquarians who love some technology, and at the end of the day, if she had a thought, let me tell you something. I mean, it is Black folks, this is our cotton gin. And like Van Jones said, every morning you better open up all of your suit. You open up your whatever seat, Claude, whatever you use. You got your video, you got your pictures, you got your Midjourney, just open up the suite, get in there and get the kitchen, go in there and get your coffee. Every morning have your suit. It's right there. This is the greatest generation, I believe, that Black people to be alive. I seriously really do.
All right. Well, Eleanor said that you sound like Cheryl. I told y'all. Yeah. Granola baby, she get the access to Cheryl. And then here's Tristan Natural. She says, I told you, Ladosha, you're going to be using AI all the time. When you get used to it, I will keep you guys abreast. As I try to use it, I'm gonna try voice. It's gonna be hard for me to get to this voice thing because there's something about writing. I ain't gonna lie. I think I got cute penmanship too. So my ego got to get out the way. Okay. So now, if we want to utilize your services, tell us some of the wonderful things that you do, because I know I'm going to be utilizing some of your services. This is all of her Instagram, The Woman in the Garden. My auntie's tea time, as in my aunt. Tea's time.
Her teas are wonderful, by the way.
Okay, and fabulous. And so she's going to tell us about that. And then Black Seeds Bloom. And I also have her website. So tell us how we can utilize your services and some of the things that you offer. And now that we know how to get into your DM, so tell us what you offer and all that other good stuff.
Absolutely. So I try to stay in the realm of what I'm doing based on the season that I'm in, because I'm a Jill of so many trades. So in this season, I am specifically focused in the community education aspect of my talents and the herbal anthropologist aspect of my talents and the writing. But outside of that, I offer website development, graphic design, publishing, editing, copy editing, resume development, LinkedIn profile development. I am a
She does
curator
she
truly
does a
when it comes to the
wonderful.
business. Like I can really help you get your business and your brand back on track in terms of the administrative side of things. Now, I'm not going to run it for you. So you have to learn how to keep it going when I step away from the table. But I can get you started, and I can get you started
All right.
sustainably. Yeah, and also, teach you and coach you and guide you through some of the skills needed to be a successful business owner, because I've been doing it for a long time, even though I'm young.
Even though she's only 10 years old. She knew I
Even
was
though
gonna
I'm
say that.
young,
Even though she's
I've
only
been
10
doing
years,
it in the
even
new
though she's only
world.
10 years old, she's been doing
She ain't 10 for
here you go. Look what Ashley go put in the chat. If you like sci-fi, you can pretend you're in Star Trek. Only difference is the computer has a name. Now y'all know I haven't watched Star Trek since
I haven't watched Star
Captain
Trek.
Kirk was like,
Hey,
"Beat
that's
me up, Scotty."
come on, Esther. That stays on my fast five. Okay, that stays on my fast five.
I am not a sci-fi fan. I am a
Mhm.
documentary. I am a history buff. I fall asleep listening to lecture. Yeah, I'm just a nerd. Y'all should see my new book. I'll show y'all next week. I'll order me a new book and everything. Anywho, okay, so let me tell them how I'm going to use you. Okay.
Hey,
I was sharing with her as we wrap it up that
Utilize.
again at the end of the year we do these wonderful vision boards, and she introduced me to this new word. Now I know what y'all gonna say. Go ahead, Trish. Get out your system. Go ahead, Eleanor. Live, work, clean. Is it zine or zine?
zine. Yep, that's it. Here, let me see if I
Zine.
got
So
one.
she introduced me to Zine, and so I'm going to be utilizing her for our end of the year. We're going to do this online, and we'll invite you guys. So I'm going to have her tell you all about it, and we can do this via Zoom. So tell us about Zine, Zine. Okay, some of you might be familiar, but it's new to me.
Yeah, zines are a medium for us to be able to easily communicate with people through printed publication outside of the social media, internet, global world. Zines were traditionally used in the social justice, activism, political space to be able to communicate basically underground. So this is how the people talk to the people. And this has always been one of the ways that the people talk to the people. But now in the art world, we use zines to communicate all kinds of messages. So I've used zines through the Black Seeds Bloom on the page writing rituals, writing workshop, to be able to provide people with a take home medium to continue to learn and explore their writing voice through journaling, through free writing. And I give you
Can you hold that
prompts.
up some more so we can see it?
Yeah. And I
Okay,
designed all of
okay.
these myself. Each one is different. They have prompts, they have space for you to write and just guide people
Did you hear
through
that? To write.
the right affirmations in case you need to affirm yourself and where you are. And just some really interesting, things to explore. This one specifically was on the concept of becoming the impossible. So
Oh,
transcending the idea that you have to stay in the box of defining and understanding who
this is
you are, becoming the
the
impossible.
Lord sent you in my life, child. The Lord sent you to me.
And you can use it for
I'm going to
everything. This
use
one is
that.
on shadow work, because you can use
Oh, by the
writing.
way, I want you guys to know she used to be my tarot reader.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I don't
tarot.
do
Oh,
readings for people anymore.
I just wanted to
okay, okay,
I do not do readings
okay,
for
that's
people
just how
anymore.
awesome. That's just how
okay. That's cool. Oh,
multi talented this young lady is.
wow. Wow. Well, I am going to be utilizing your services to help me improve myself professionally. I hope that you all will reach out to her. She does have a YouTube channel. When I saw the YouTube channel, I was like, I'm in love. Like, good Lord, have mercy, child. The woman in the garden. Listen at that name. Does that not that just make you want to go like this?
Shout out to Minnie
Uh,
Riperton. She was a Chicago girl, and her "Come to My
I
Garden"
love Minnie
is
Riperton.
what created that atmosphere, that space for me to step into that energy. So, all tribute to the
Okay, go on with
ancestors,
go
always.
on, Lord. That little granola boobalushka. I am gonna get you some granola baby stuff. I'm gonna be looking for that
What
right
is
now.
a
So you can
granola
wear that
baby?
with
I
a
cannot.
so a granola baby. All right.
Invite
This is something
me.
that I can must so my sister and I, we came with this term granola. So granola babies are like these real earthy, holistic, like homegirl, bohemian, esoteric, Ma'atin,
Oh, love
Sankofa
esoteric.
black queen, homegirl,
Yeah,
down by law,
that's right.
educated,
That's right.
loving, passionate, but don't eat no crap. See,
Rock
a
it.
granola baby is if you eat granola and you just
I do eat granola, and I like freeze
okay,
dried
so
fruit and pumpkin seeds and chia
listen,
seeds.
what I
That's
tell
her.
y'all. See,
Granola.
I've never
She,
met her. I,
yes.
I have never met this young lady until right now, and I knew this is what happens when you get old. I knew she was a granola baby. And so, but if it's a if you it's a clicky thing. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Everybody can't be a granola baby.
that's
But
right.
you are a granola baby. And so I'm gonna make you a t-shirt, get you a little teacup,
Oh,
and
but I need a cup.
you are the epitome of a granola baby.
And
And
when
so
you would see her in person, that's
oh,
exactly.
and I forgot to add, they're yogis. They like yoga. They like
I love
to
yoga.
breathe. See what I tell y'all?
Yeah. Somatic
Ooh,
yoga specifically, like which
Oh,
gets
look
into
at
the
that.
senses and the way that you use your senses to amplify your experience in your body. Okay, you don't need nothing to elevate. You can get high
Don't
naturally.
need no air, no sex, and no food. She got that
But cannabis is
ex-clan
good
shit.
too.
That's that's that granola baby. Okay, I'm telling y'all, she is a granola baby. And so now you guys know exactly how to reach her. You can also check her out right here on YouTube. Implore and beg and plead everyone to please reach out to her and take advantage of some, if not one, or all of the services that she has to offer. And I'm with you, Trish. She has just been a pleasure. And she got my ass together live on Planet Pluto Pseudo.
Sorry, it was
Shut
so
me
purple.
down. Just got me all. I love it because I need to grow. I mean, it's like she said. You get
it,
around your people. You do what you always do. You get what you always got. Let's just
wait,
be honest,
she did
right?
not come out here to San Diego. She look, and I already told her, make sure 2025 is the last time you in Las Vegas. You need to be in sunny Southern Cal. Okay, make it happen. I am not playing.
You talking to
Okay,
me?
I ain't
You
talking
talking
to
to
you.
me?
No. You
You
Oh,
coming too? You coming?
you.
I like a little snow for an hour. I'm like, it's
Right, me
cold.
too
Let's
for
get
an hour.
You can drive up to Cuyabaga and Julian and get you some snow if that's what. But you come back on here, we're gonna be on that pimp shit, okay? Out there
All right, that's how it's going down. To me, I hope you have enjoyed yourself.
Oh,
It was truly an honor to have you on with us. You have enlightened us. You have made us fall in love with love and validate that love is okay, is where it's at. And we don't have to know. We've learned so much from you and everybody. We appreciate you very much. Of course, you have to come back.
I would love to come back.
Yeah, the granola baby has to come back. And I will be reaching out to the zine to learn more about the zine. I'm going to put up her social media handles again. So you younger folk, y'all want to get on I'm going old school. I'm going on YouTube because I like documentaries. Ain't that right, Eleanor? So check out her YouTube channel. She says she just started back up. It's pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Would you like to close us out on your feed? Is confusing your hair because Miss Tameil McKee Bay has done a wonderful job of clarifying of how we can, not be confused and how to use technology for the good, and that it is for the good. And so, Cheryl, what you want to say as we close this out?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Tameil, just for being consistent and consistently you. And I think it gives, I guess, other generations just a fresh way to look at the things that we've been doing technically, but sometimes just taking our face off the screen and going, maybe it is time for us to do some things differently. And your patience and the way you explain things is just awesome. And Ladosha, you have such a wonderful, warm spirit, and I think that we can probably just really move these people along and help our industry and allow us to understand. By the way, we are Afro Hair Science does have the Substack. I know it took us a long while. Sorry about that, but we will be getting our link tree too to make sure that Ladosha has her link tree. I got my link tree. And all of your suggestions, and it's a pleasure to work with you. So guys, do yourself a favor and look her up, and you guys
I know I am. I'm gonna get my zine on and a host of other things. I did star the link to our Substack. We already have our first article up. We're gonna be back here on Monday, and you guys are gonna love this one. Again, this Monday, it is all about. Let me
make
just
sure you
find
guys
our
check out
little.
the Substack. It is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, check out the Substack. Yeah. So this one is Stranger Things. We're keeping our Stranger Things series going, and this one is about, can Afro hair be trained? And we're also going to add why does my hair stop growing? So we're going to have two topics on Monday. Thursday is Thanksgiving, so we're not going to be here on Thanksgiving. My family has something special planned in honor of my late brother Maurice, which I thank y'all so much for being there with me. So we're going to be honoring Maurice this next Thursday. So you guys enjoy your turkey day. But in the meantime, we will be back here on Monday. Tameil, I'm gonna be getting on your nerves, right? She like, Cheryl, where you get a lady my
I'm prepared.
damn phone number? She just keep so I will be calling you like as soon as we get off this live. No, I'm not joking, I'm dead serious.
And by the way,
Go ahead,
she's the
Cheryl.
one that told me about Black August.
Oh,
She reminded me
little
about Black
granola.
August. Go ahead with granola.
I'm just granola. I got some. I'm about to make some custom
Granola.
stuff for you. My little granola baby. Everybody gonna be talking to you about that. All right. So we thank you guys. Everybody in the chat. You guys rocked it out with us. Nobody left. That goes to show you just how good you are. Everybody stayed. Y'all rocked it out with us. Instagram. We appreciate all of your support, every single person. LB, you my boo and everything. I appreciate you, and you guys have a wonderful night. Yes, live, work, clean. You as well. And y'all know what we say when we're signing out here. I think you'll love this. Oh, I was gonna ask you. You ain't got no poem off the rip, do you? You got a little couple seconds
off the rip.
She ain't got one off the rip.
No, not off the rip. No.
Nah, come on. Good, better,
be
best.
having a poem books. Okay, anywho, I just thought I might,
But you can find the poetry if you want to read my poetry. My poetry collection is on Amazon still. It's called I Am All That You Are. This Is My Truth. Poems and Papers by Tameil McKee. It is on Amazon in ebook version and in the physical version. But we are boycotting Amazon right now, so buy it from me.
Oh, and Cisco, bam, bam. Reach out to her. I'm buying mine tonight. Okay, so that's two things I gotta call you. All right. So Cheryl said, hit it. All right. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. And you best to reach out to Ms. Tameil McKee Bay. All right. Deuces, my good people.
Out.
I love you guys. And thanks so much for supporting the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. Thank you, Tameil.
Thank y'all. Peace.
It's gonna click.
Welcome to Planet Pluto Shoot.